contacting a certain eccentric fella further in the woods that's kind of the lookout for the village for barbarians. His name is Timothy. And the last they heard, Timothy was getting spooked about barbarians advancing. So your job is to report to this Timothy and assist him if he is caught in a fight, something like that. If he's dead, bring back his body, stuff like this. The village elder, whose name is Joss, has already agreed to pay you a sum of 100 gold each when the job is done. And should you encounter barbarians along the way, they will pay 10 gold to all of you for each left ear, you bring to them. And if you bring one alive, they'll go ahead and pay additional 70 gold. They've arranged for you basic riding horses. They're pretty shoddy and not the best quality of horses, but they'll do for the purposes of this journey. The village elder tells you that the horses will be good up to the point where Timothy is. And then from there, it gets mountainous and very foresty. It gets very difficult for the horses to travel, so you may need to abandon them, and that's fine. This needs to be done pretty fast. Do you guys have any questions?
Half up front.
I'm already risking a lot with you guys, giving you the horses. If you guys need rations, I can give you 10. 10 now.
We'll take the rations.
I'll give you 10 gold to spend as you wish.
Like how beat down is this village? Do they even look like they have, hundreds of gold to their name?
It is a large village, and the village elder, his residence is a bunch of tanned hides. To the left of him is what you assume to be the right-hand man, large African fella, burly, got all white tattoos that are jaguar pattern. They have done business with the city before, and that's how they posted this. So the reputation says probably. The way they look, not very much so.
I'd like to insight check them.
To see if they're actually willing to pay you?
Well, to make sure we're not being had, because you said the reputation of the town is good, but these guys look odd.
No. The reputation of the jobs they posted before. Like the reports have said that, pretty reputable people. That's what I meant to say.
All right, good enough for me.
All right.
Hold on, guys. I have to go for a second.
I have an int of 6 and a wisdom of 8. That's good enough for me.
Oof. All right. They'll go ahead and give you further details on where to find Timothy. It'll be plains for a couple of days, and then they'll get more for boreal forest. And the path is pretty straightforward. Even with your intelligence of 6, it'll be very hard for you to lose your way, as long as you keep to the roads.
Okay. I mean, if it helps, I am proficient in survival.
Very good. Yeah, okay. And
so we're off to go get them.
Yep. Before I forget, let me give you guys some days of feed for the horses. Pickings are pretty sparse this time of year, and he'll arrange that for you guys. Okay, so by horse, it'll be about 3 days of plains and 1 day to get into the mountains on foot. How would you guys? Oh, I probably should wait for Edwald to come back. Oh, was there any way? Did you want to spend that gold in any way? By the way, under
What, the 10 gold?
yeah,
They gave us 10 gold advance payment, right?
yes,
No, I don't want to spend it.
okay.
Because I got rations. And, don't really need anything at the moment.
Mhm.
Oh, apparently I was supposed to actually get a set of artisan's tools. So I just realized I was listing my inventory as literally a set of artisan's tools, so I grabbed smith's tools. Because for some reason I start with an iron pot, so don't really need cook's utensils.
Neat. Hmm. This may be out of left field. Under this is out of this game. This is in AGR's game. Were you a bit irritated with Agatha leading the party to get away from that place? Something I was actually kind of thinking about.
Only in the sense that I think we could have accomplished more. But
Yeah,
not terribly.
I was kind of thinking the same. I think I overreacted just a bit with just one spoder.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're
Taking a
good.
call.
Alrighty, so you guys have just left the village area and are fixing to make a beeline towards the mountains.
All
I
right.
assume you guys will be using the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are the two of you proficient in one of the three: land vehicles, uh, let's say survival, or animal handling?
Yes to all three.
Wow. Okay.
No to all three.
I'm gonna say this. Under's character might not be the most intelligent. It'll probably coerce the other horse to follow along with him.
If there's one thing my character's good at, it's campaigning.
I mean, I'm not proficient in animal handling, but I do have a +3.
All right. we'll say that's good enough. If combat starts, it might get spooked, but we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Could I get a survival check from one of you two? It's impossible for you guys to lose the way, but this is just a general awareness of your surroundings. So either survival or we'll say perception.
I'll
I'm not a
try my hand at
wise
survival.
person.
How's that 14 feel?
Let me roll some stuff. All right, Edwald. So there's some sparse trees in these plains to and fro, and it looks pretty peaceful actually. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. And you guys do your 8 hours of travel. Horses are pretty tired. Do you guys want to continue on with a forced march or call it a day? Actually, I think it's 16 hours, right?
What?
I forgot the rules of travel.
Just make them up.
We'll go ahead and say it's nighttime.
All right. I think we're going to make camp.
Makes
Where do you
sense
guys
to me.
want to make camp?
Is there like a nice spot next to the road?
But there are several nice spots under the tree and stuff, but everything's pretty exposed here.
Weather isn't going to bother me. Just tie up the horses on some trees. I can get out the iron pot with my proficiency with cook's tools and start making dinner.
I can start fires because, light cleric.
All right, very good. Awesome stuff. All right. Since there's only two of you, I'll only consider 2 watches. If you guys want to take watch, that is. It's been pretty quiet all day. There's some general like forest critter animals, small ones. Haven't seen any animals of prey yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a watch.
Yep. I'll take third watch.
Oh, just go 1 and 2, and that's fine. I'm
Sure,
not gonna
I'll take the
penalize
first
you
watch.
guys. Okay. Please roll that. Let's make it a perception. Wow, that thing rolled shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, not you.
Oh.
So as you're taking watch, half asleep and such, you notice a little critter, and it seems to have picked up a scent of food. It's just a raccoon. It's trying to approach you, thinks it's unseen, and where's the pot that you had? Where would that be?
It's probably over the fire, like over the cooling fire. But I'd probably we probably had some dinner. And if I see this guy coming, I'm probably gonna like set down like a little bit behind me to the right, like a little bit of food. I'll quote unquote drop it accidentally.
Oh,
And in the meanwhile, I'll just ready a hand axe. Meat's back on the menu.
the raccoon happily takes this.
All right. I strike out. When he gets within 10 feet of me, I strike out with my hand axe.
Roll the hit. Oh, that's a dead raccoon. Roll damage. Let's see how dead it is.
Is it surprised?
Oh, yeah, it's surprised. I thought you were asleep.
Because as a bugbear, I get an extra 2d6 damage when I surprise somebody.
Oh, dear God. That raccoon is mincemeat somehow with a single swipe of your hand axe. It's dead.
Yep. I start prepping it. We'll throw it in the stew.
We'll count that as light activity. Very good. The rest of your watch goes uneventfully. Edwald, it'll be time for your watch.
Whoa.
So how did you leave this raccoon stew under?
Just simmering. You'd have like the fire to be kind of low because it's nighttime. We don't need a big roaring fire, and I just keep the pot over it to keep it warm through the night. And so in the morning we have warm meal for breakfast.
I see.
I'm pretty sure I spent my watch sitting there salivating, looking at that stew.
Mm-hmm.
That's one good-looking stew. Didn't do my job.
Something else is salivating looking at that stew. Real hungry. Please roll initiative.
Ah, god damn it. Camping 101. Never leave your food on the ground.
Just for reference.
Okay. Oh, wow. So, Edward, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna need a second to check my list what I could do for this. I think that I would like to on PDF up. I'd like to cast Produce Flame and throw a fire at the bear.
Okay. I think that's roll to hit, right?
Yep, that's roll to hit. Oh, whoops. 5.
That is a solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep, gotcha. That is again 1d8. Three fire.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to back the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. You have the black bear's attention.
I would like to put my bear between me and him.
Yeah. So the howl of pain of the black bear would probably wake up Phil. Phil, it is your turn.
Okay. How far away is the bear?
It's 10 feet. Pretty close.
Oh, great. Well, I am going to. I have a 15-foot reach with a halberd. I'm going to use it and hit the bear with a trip attack. Wait, I declared it after I hit, so I guess I have to hit first.
Okay. Oof.
And yeah, we're going to make that a trip attack, so it will have to make a strength save, I think. That's a fail, so it's now prone. Let's see.
So Bugbear gets up, knocks the bear down.
Damage. Yeah, Bugbear gets up, knocks Black Bear down. Meat. So it gets the superiority die 2, the damage. Hold on, I get to re-roll 1s and 2s on that. Alright. So that's a total of 26 points of slashing damage to it.
Ooh.
I am then going to action surge and do it again. Except now
this
it's
bear
prone.
looks like it's barely alive.
Okay.
Barely. Yeah, this thing is dead. It's extra dead.
Okay.
It had 1 HP.
I just want to see if that's the right way to do it. Yep, that is the right way to do it. Okay.
All
To
right.
reroll 1s and 2s.
So you hack and slash at this thing, and it is dead. Very dead. And you guys are out of initiative.
All right. I'm going to look at that. Going to look at Edwald. I'm going back to sleep. You process the bear. And I just lay down.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my watch shift attempting to prep that bear.
It's a lot of bear. That's probably about 600 pounds of bear. But you process what you can. And that'll make a lot of rations if you guys ever decide to do that. Yeah, so the rest of your watch goes uneventfully. Good evening, sir. Grand Lizard, are you able to attend now?
Sorry, one second.
What was that?
I was yawning. Sorry. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I'll be joining you.
Great.
All right. Yeah, so you just missed the little black bear massacre,
I 2-tapped a bear.
basically. Yeah, and morning comes. And with that, several scavenger birds have looked at the rest of the corpse of the black bear, because believe me, we were not able to process all of that black bear. Are looking
Is that
very...
where I show up?
I'm tempted to say yes. I'm tempted, but no. You're with the party the whole time.
All right.
Yeah, but they keep their distance. What would you guys like to do?
Finish skinning the bear. Getting the good meat out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much good meat would you like to take?
How much can we... I can carry a fuckload. Like not even dragging it with a horse. My carrying capacity is 540 pounds.
Oh, you guys are going to make a fortune. A small fortune with this. Yeah, it'll take you a few hours, but you'll be able to get... We'll say...
When all this is happening, I'll stay up in a tree to keep a watch out.
Yeah, that's 76 pounds of good, high-quality bear meat. And you guys... you have a pot, right? Do you have cook's utensils?
I have a pot. I have some hand axes. I have enough to improvise a basic like field kit, but I don't have like a good set of cook's utensils like pots and pans and ladles and shit like that. He's a bear. He just needs the pot, really.
Oh, I was just worrying about the meat spoiling, but it'll take a while for that to actually happen. All right.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, sweet. I was just coming in to say that it doesn't look like I'll actually be able to make it until pretty late. And I don't know when you guys are gonna end the one shot. It looks like maybe like 9:30 Pacific time.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I wanted to give you an update.
Okay. Well, whenever you can, we'll be here. Probably.
Hopefully.
All right, I assume you guys pack up and advance after skinning the
Wait,
bear.
he's a
and,
cleric, right? Edwald's a cleric. He's got fancy pants magic shit. Does any of that preserve corpses or meat?
I mean, let me check the.
Do you have spare the dying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spare the dying. Hold on with the PDF.
I think gentle repose would be.
That's
the
what it is.
thing.
Gentle repose.
Oh yeah, no, that's third level. That's a third level spell.
Isn't it second?
Oh wait, no, it's second. It is second. Yeah, I do have gentle repose. Yeah, I'll fire off a ritual gentle repose to preserve that shit.
Lovely, very good. Yeah, you guys are gonna make a pretty good fortune with that. Okay.
Dude, like, why haven't we considered selling our services as for preserving meat? Like, medieval town, they don't have a lot of ways to preserve meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking over this. I think we're in the wrong line of work.
Most people just use salt, but that's really good. You got to keep all that flavor. Just gentle,
Just-
reposing.
Bunch of plebs.
All right. Does the bird ride on a horseback? The bird has the option.
The bird is gonna fly.
The bird flies. Yeah, you have a very clear view of your surroundings. Most of it's plains and some odd trees here and there. See the occasional wolf minding its own business, a fox or whatever. But I assume you guys are continuing traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Could I please get another either survival or perception check from the lead? That could be the bird. Might be the bird with it flying, but that's up to you guys.
Give me a second. I'm remaking my shit.
I'm sure Edwald can manage.
I can, in fact, manage a simple yes.
All right, very good. Okay, so you guys are adventuring, and Edwald spots a burrow near the road. A pretty large burrow, about 5 feet wide.
Like, how close to the road is it?
It's about 25 feet away from it.
Is there any like tracks around it?
And not in the immediate area.
Alright, then I'm not too worried about it.
Can I tell what kind of animal would make such a burrow?
Please give me either a nature or survival check.
Do survival.
Oh yeah, you know what this is. That appears to be a giant spoder of some type. A wolf spider, actually. A giant wolf spider. Definitely a burrow of a giant wolf spider. Pretty weird for it to be near the road, the burrow, but yes. They're nocturnal creatures, so you guys shouldn't have any problems.
We should sneak up on it and attack it in its lair.
Good plan. Caw!
Speaking as a player here.
Oh, my bad.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of a dog mole, but that doesn't make any sense for a dog mole to be like right there.
No, I know.
How large is this barrel?
You want to like look down to see how deep it goes? It's 5 feet wide.
Yeah. When I'm flying like above it, 30 feet, can I like try and get an angle into it to see how big the interior is?
Okay, Tom. So you're gonna go ahead and go down there, and it goes on that.
Not into it.
Yeah. It goes off of an angle, so you can't really tell how deep it goes down.
But a decent size.
So you like want to kind of like halfway it just to like get a estimate.
Yeah, sure. If it looks like it goes deep, I'll like move closer towards the entrance so I can see better.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and have it right where the angle starts. You'll go ahead and stop right there. It looks like it goes about, that's at least 15 feet on the angle. And there's sparse webs all about. Looks like it has a snack. You haven't seen the spoder itself.
So now that I'm like a bit closer and have a better look at it, does this look fresh? Like something could be inhabiting it, and that there's maybe movement recently.
Oh, there's definitely been some movement here. There's some, like, there's still what you presume to be a meal. You can't tell what it is, but it's a small size creature of some type in a spider web cocoon.
Doesn't look humanoid, does it though?
No.
So you guys want to check this out? Caw-caw.
No.
Yes, I'd like to do
No.
it.
All right.
You can stay here.
Um,
I'll just sneak. I'd like to sneak up to the edge of the thing and look in.
Yeah, Phil. What exactly is your skill set?
Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
All right. I'll let you take the lead on this, and I'll follow behind quietly. Caw-caw.
Yeah, so I'd like to sneak up to the edge of this layer and look in. Halberd at the ready.
Okay. Right at the edge of the layer, you don't need to make a stealth check, but you see just exactly what Tom saw at the edge. Like right when the angle starts, you can catch a glimpse of what you assume to be a small animal, some type in a cocoon. No sight of the spoder itself, though.
So it's only like 15 feet deep and then it ends. There's nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Though there might be more passageways in there, though. It opens up a bit.
oh, okay. Well, in that
Yeah.
case, I'd like to go in.
Oh. Okay.
I have 60 feet of dark vision, so I don't really fucking care. I just go in.
Okay. Could I please get a stealth check from you?
Sure!
I would give you a stealth check. My PDF is still not working.
I'm a big ass bugbear in loud chainmail, and he's like just squeezing himself down this hole.
Yeah, it doesn't help that this thing's like 5 foot wide and you're like 7 foot tall.
Yes, there's
So-
lots of grunting sounds as he's doing this.
Yeah, you get stuck occasionally on some cobwebs and like, trying to like break yourself. And you hear pitter patter somewhere in there. Would you like to continue advancing? You haven't gotten quite to the end of the 15-foot thing where it opens up.
Yes.
You brave soul. Okay, well, you're expecting something, so I need.
Yes, I am
this.
expecting trouble. I've got the
Yes.
halberd out.
Okay, please give me a perception check.
I probably haven't like heard anything since this guy's making so much noise and he's like taller than me. But I'm probably just kind of try to hop up and see what's happening.
Bare ass. You get a face full of bare ass.
Yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
maneuver your way around this. It's very difficult to maneuver around this burn. But you're basically behind him. You catch glimpses of what's going on. You can definitely hear something there.
There's something in the front. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
Maybe I should take the lead. You just let me get by you.
He did go by, I'm sorry. And he did just reach the threshold. Does that hit Phil?
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, you only take 2 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's a solid pass,
Found it.
and you'll be taking half of that. Please roll initiative, everyone.
I'm just gonna call it a +4. It's the monk. He has high dex. I don't know what it is.
Okay. So Spoder will continue to do what it's doing. Does that
It
hit?
tickles. No, it doesn't hit me.
Does not reach
Well, it doesn't.
your
It
armor.
doesn't go through my armor.
Yeah, it does not go through your armor. So its fangs are out trying to like grapple you and stuff, and it's ineffectual. Edwald, it is your turn. I believe you are outside the burrow, right?
Yep. I'd like to fire up a light cantrip and walk in.
Okay. It's very
Let's see.
difficult for you to see anything. But you see mostly bugbear and a hint of bird. And there's a spoder in there of some type. Trying to hug the bugbear.
Wait, why is it difficult for me to see anything?
The bugbear is right in front of the burrow. Like he's a 7-foot tall fella.
Ah, okay, I misunderstood. I thought you meant like my ability to see the bugbear was being obscured. Okay.
No. The bugbear itself is obscuring your vision.
I found it by virtue of there being no other space except for me and the wall.
I'm gonna pull out my mace, and that will end my turn.
Right. Phil,
I'd like to.
there's a spoder right in front of you.
Well, I get him.
Get him.
And apparently my PDF just crashed.
I guess you won't get him.
Stand by.
Mhm.
All right, I get him.
That'll hit the spoder.
All right, let's make that a trip attack.
Strength save, right?
Yep.
The spoder kills over. Go ahead and roll damage.
So it's 16
Ooh.
slashing.
Okay. So remember when I said the spoder keels over?
Mm-hmm.
It keels over and it does the thing where like the legs like kind of retract to its body. It looks dead.
Okay.
That was a nasty slash.
Like I said, I have a couple of skills. One of them is to get him.
What's the other skill?
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to loot the body.
Okay. As you try to loot the spoder, do you realize the spoder was playing dead? It is not dead.
The spider. Shit. Okay.
Okay, well that's unfortunate for it because I'm pretty sure that would I have been able to move enough to give Tom a shot?
Yeah, we'll be able to say that. You knocked the spider prone and got it off you.
Mm-hmm.
Achoo!
And then I kind of like step around it like, that's interesting that it died so easy. Tom's turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, does it appear to be alive?
It made some movements whenever Phil tried to like loot the body. You're not sure if that was
So
like
it's
death
squirming.
twitches or something, but yeah, you could make can make a perception check or a medicine check to see if it's alive or dead or not. You could double tap it just cause.
I'm just gonna double tap it. If it's moving, it's alive. Common sense here. And I'm gonna sun soul the shit out of it from ranged.
Okay, roll to hit. You have disadvantage since that is at range.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's considered prone.
That
And
is correct.
I'm just gonna I'll walk up to him and just punch him then.
Okay, you have advantage.
What are we doing? What the hell?
It's a little one shot.
What level, class, and race?
Level 3. I have stuff above. I don't have it pinned. Let me see.
No
if I can copy
Eberron
paste it.
or others. So like standard races.
Point by.
Under
27.
27.
Under what?
Oh,
27 point buy from 4 fever adventures more.
Yeah, that hits.
Got it.
the default under system.
Got it.
Oh, that hits too.
What do we got so far in the party?
Bugbear Battlemaster, Kensei Aarakocra, and Light Cleric Human. Or
Sun soul. Not Kensei.
oh, okay, same difference to me.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. It probably won't matter. Yeah, it won't matter. Yeah, this spider is now dead. You're sure because it has a giant hole in the abdomen. You guys are out of initiative. And there's still a burrow here you haven't fully explored.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna take the lead here. You seem to be a bit large for the tunnel.
Okay, I'll just follow behind him because I have a 15-foot reach with the halberd. I can reach over him to kill stuff in front of him.
Oh my god.
Ooh, perfect.
Jeez
Stay
Louise.
that
Okay.
distance.
Okay, so as you guys are getting deeper in the burrow, it will be getting a bit more dark. Tom, do you have dark vision?
Let me find out. No, I do not. There's some light from the guy that's in the back.
Did Edwald
that's
follow
right.
us in?
Edwald? Yeah, Edwald,
I-
you saw the bird killed the spoder. The spoder's extra dead.
I'd like to light the spoder on fire.
So, a very nasty, rancid odor comes, and the spoder is on fire.
Smells like
I'd like to light it more on fire.
smells like my grandmother's cooking.
The spoder goes past singeing, and it's completely on fire. There is smoke coming out.
I'm going to cook this spider until the spider no longer exists. I will cleanse its heresy from the soil.
Phil's gonna turn to you, Edwald, and be like, "You know, we got bear meat. If you actually want to cook something, the spider's probably not going to taste all that great."
I'm cleansing its heresy from the soil, not eating it.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Yep. So
What?
it went from a medium beast to a small little husk of ash. It is, yeah. Rip spoder. I assume you still have a light cantrip going on, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Can I investigate that little bundle that was down here?
Oh yeah, go do that.
Okay. So I go over there and I open it.
All right. It looks like a fox that was actually holding on to something. It appears to be a book of some sort. Many pages ripped out. Here I have to ask, what languages does the party speak? If any of you can read Dwarvish, you'll know what this thing is saying.
Let me
Oh.
check.
Hey, King, make sure your character reads Dwarvish.
I do have Dwarvish. My languages are Elvish, Orcish, Common, and Dwarvish.
Oh, that was real convenient, Gilbert.
I speak 2 languages, Common and Goblin.
Yeah, it looks like you found a journal of some sort. It seems like this man, for lack of a better word, long story short, slowly descending into madness of some type. At least you hope he does. That he is. Because of the story of him sounds like as if he's going through a horrific transformation of some type against his will.
Is he the Spoder?
No,
Spoder.
no. The transformation described here sounds like the stuff of myths. Has to be ridiculous. Now that you think about it, maybe this isn't a journal. Maybe this is a story or something that was never published.
What kind of myths? I mean, I'm a priest.
It sounds like some like chimera shit, like multiple animals. Like the person's transforming into parts of multiple animals. It's really weird. You're
Can I roll for religion on this? Like what I can discern
yes.
about its significance?
It's also a bit difficult to pinpoint exactly what's a metaphor, what's supposed to be oh no, sorry. I can't really make up your
Yeah,
mind
it's
if
all
this
that.
is real or not. Like it sounds like a really
Yeah.
good story, though. It's you'll have a fun time reading that as you guys camp and stuff. All right. So you guys wanted to investigate, continue investigating the burrow?
Sure.
Right.
I've got a character. I'm just updating him down to level 3. It's a Warforged Paladin.
Oh, I'm sorry. No Eberron, please. No Eberron races, that is.
Okay, I can change his race as soon as he gets done updating. I'll just change his race. I'll go with Goliath.
That's fine. Yeah. That works great, actually.
Oh no! Can I go with Triton?
Sure.
Okay, good. Triton, yes. Fishman.
Nagashi's back. Ha!
Okay. I was worried about actually crushing you guys, but now that we actually have a decent party going, that's good. Good. All right. Yeah, it looks like the Spoder had a meal too there. Looks like an opossum. And it has something
Opossum?
shiny. Yeah, there's something shiny there in the corner. Someone gonna
I'll dig
get
it out.
closer?
Dude, I'll take it. I'm a bird. Something shiny. I'm gonna pick it up.
Fair enough.
It's a bunch of broken glass. You have no idea why this Spoder had broken glass. But in that broken glass, there's a single platinum piece.
Oh, damn! A fucking platinum.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just take that and not mention it.
I need you to roll sleight of hand if you're trying to be sneaky about this.
All right.
For the record, my passive is 13.
Mine's 11.
Bam.
I don't.
Damn, just broken glass. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that, that's it. It's just a 2 little burrowway system. Guys completely explored the burrow.
Well, let's head back to town. A little excitement.
Oh, actually, you guys are supposed to be
We have a mission thingy to do to get paid.
Oh, yeah. My character totally knows about that. Yes, let's continue out into the woods to do what we were paid to do.
Caw?
Then when we get to the surface, I'd like to use my shovel to just fill in the top of the burrow. You know, so that it's obvious that there might have been something there, but it's more I just don't want any animal to get a free burrow out of it.
very good.
While he's
There's
doing this,
small rodents that are grateful for that.
I'll definitely just go back to flying up in the air, keeping watch.
All right. So the rest of your travel goes uneventfully, and with that, nighttime comes again.
Is there any trees I could roost in tonight?
Yes, there's happens to be a pretty good tree. It's a bit lanky, but there's plenty of branches and not a whole lot of leaves.
All right, but how high could I get up in that thing?
That's about let's see. You guys are getting a bit closer to the boreal forest. We'll say about 30 feet.
All right, excellent. Yeah, that's where I will be tonight when I'm on my watch and sleeping and whatnot.
Okay. I assume you guys set up camp again like before.
Yeah, we set up camp like before. I set up a pot, start making some bear stew.
All right.
Couldn't understand a word of what you said, mister.
I said you like AGR, making some strange stew.
No, we literally killed a bear earlier. I have 76 pounds of bear meat.
It's quite
Who
delicious.
the hell are you?
I'm a 7-foot 11-inch tall bugbear.
Oh my god, a bugbear?
He
Yes,
slaughtered that thing. in
wearing
one-
chainmail and he has 2 halberds.
Oh my dear god!
So this is what
He's a
happened.
15-foot reach.
The
Why though? You're a party unto yourself. Nick Mick may not know the abilities of a bugbear. I do.
I do.
That's fucking nasty.
He surprised the raccoon too that he killed. Oh god, that poor little thing.
Wait, he's dual wielding halberds?
No, I just have a spare. They take 2
Oh,
hands to
okay.
wield.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
was gonna
gonna.
say.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for anything. The night goes uneventfully. But,
Hey, hey, can I play a shifter?
I think that's Ebron. I'd appreciate no Ebron
I mean,
misses, please.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if I was gonna do it if to go along with the bugbear. Have just a feral party.
Yeah, not this time. Sorry.
What do you mean?
But,
He's perfectly tame and he speaks common and he's just sort of a rough around the edges mercenary armored bear.
Perfect fit for the job. Edwald, we're gonna read that book during the night.
Sure, I'll take that bait. I'll read it during the night.
Okay. Well, let's have you roll another religion check. Assuming you're looking for those kind of things, the motifs and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's not
Well, of
scary
course.
as fuck.
You
I
are
thought a
proficient.
bugbear had
Are
a
you
beak
proficient
on
in
it.
religion?
Yes. Yes.
All right, I think I'll give you the very basic stuff. You're noticing a motif about hearts and stuff. This man is obsessing over hearts or something, and you're beginning to suspect the man means this literally, not like a metaphor or anything. Very suspicious,
Oh,
very
okay.
weird.
Okay, so there's no like talk of keys as well. All right.
Yeah. That's all you've managed to glean from your reading of the night. But with that comes morning.
When we begin to travel, I would like to be like a couple of 100 feet in front of the rest of the party, and like maybe 200 feet up, so I can see if anything large is coming towards us.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to see it in a long shot, especially with the planes. It'll be the same to you, but you know.
Yeah, I'll just try and keep out on the front, and if I see anything, I'll just return and always be, eye shot of the party.
Okay, so you guys are riding along. The days have been relatively uneventful, and halfway during the day, you're starting to get to the mountainous terrain that the village elder was speaking of. And forestry starts to prevail the landscape. It'll be a bit more difficult for you, Tom, to get a lot of what do you call it? To get a good vantage point. You can still do it, but it'll be, a lot of obscuring with the forest trees and whatnot.
It's all right. I'll move a little closer back to the party since I can't see as well.
Okay. Would you guys like to keep the horses?
Well, is the forest going to be an issue with the horses? Because, like, how tight is it?
Well, your speed will be slowed just a little bit, not by much, but it will be difficult with the horses, with the hooves and the terrain. Still doable.
I don't know. I guess it's up to you guys. I can fly. Caw.
I mean, do you think we should leave the horses here?
No. I don't ride a horse. I'm not really experienced with horses.
I mean, do horses look like they'll be useful in the upcoming terrain?
Yeah, it looks like they can still go.
Well, let's keep going. We have to find this Timmy fella.
Ah, little Timmy who fell down the well.
All right. Under, you're really good. King, are you riding a horse?
Yes.
Are you proficient in animal handling, land vehicles, or survival?
Hang on a second.
Tom, same question. Are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm flying, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Proficient in what was the question?
Animal handling, survival, or land vehicles.
No.
Right. Edwald and King, I need you guys to make a wisdom check.
Could I make an argument for me helping them since I am proficient in all three of those things?
Well, I'll lower the DC a little bit since you can see whatever may or may not be in their way.
Awesome.
Okay, Edwald, you're fine. You managed to spot a depression in the ground that could have left a nasty spray on the horse's hoof, but you direct the horse in time and managed to avoid that. King, I also need a roll from you. Mister? Is the Mister alive? Mr. CMT?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom check, please. Oof.
He's not too wise.
Okay, Tom, so you're about to see what's going to happen. King looks like he's looking ahead, like trying to navigate 5 steps ahead. And the horse seems to be doing the same. Unfortunately, they both fail to realize the log that's right there on the floor, some dead wood. And the horse falls. King, please make a dexterity saving throw.
You know, why do you keep giving me...
I'm sorry, the DC was 10.
Hey man, I helped you with getting that DC lower.
Oof. Yeah, so the horse lands on you, on your leg, and it hurts like hell.
Tom is laughing. King, what is your character name?
Well, I have to change it. Go with fuck a duck.
That's an
Well,
awfully
seeing
strange
that-
name for a fish man.
Seeing that Fuckaduck is clearly mortally wounded from this tumble from the horse, I'm going to do him a favor and just euthanize him.
No. We're not euthanizing anyone.
Alright. You know, I totally saw that one coming, fuck a duck. That was fucking hilarious. And then I try and go down and help him, but I'm not very strong.
Can I just bend
It's not
down and
very
pick up the
effective.
horse off of him?
Yeah. Between a lot of you guys, there'll be no problems here. It was just a little accident. Horse looks like it can still go too. It's got a little limp, but it doesn't like lose pace. It does look injured though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh.
All right. So I assume you guys continue traveling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yorp.
All right. Close to nighttime, you reach a clearing of the woods, and you finally find the spot that you suspect this Timothy to reside. You were told of he would be residing in a log cabin of sorts, but the building there does not match the description at all. This looks far more dilapidated than what was described. Let me see if I can find a picture for you guys.
Well, guys, looks like little Timmy died, and his home has been abandoned for quite some time.
That's what you see.
Hello!
I'm thinking burn it down, just to be sure.
Don't be
Return to town
afraid,
and tell me-
Edwald. There's no
Edwald,
spiders
remember the
involved.
first rule. Pillage, then burn.
Caca. I will fly over this building and take a look around it.
So you want to survey the area surrounding the building. Am I hearing that right?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's about right. It is a 19.
That'll work good. Okay. You notice there's a shed there, what you think what used to be a shed. Totally broken. Thought it was scrap stuff. Like scrap wood, but it was actually what used to be a shed. There seems to be various gardening tools and equipment there beneath all the wreckage.
Does it look like it is? Does it look like it was destroyed or just old and decayed?
That looks like that your perception score was pretty high. That looks like that was destroyed.
All right. I'll fly over to the shed and land and look around and see if I can find any evidence of what happened.
All right. So please give me an investigation check.
Is there anything shiny?
Oh, you're looking for valuable things.
Well, no, I'm just a bird that's not that intelligent. Just a joke.
But you want to determine what happened to the shed?
Yeah,
Looks like it's falling in from old age.
Yeah, it looks like a large animal was trying to break it down or something. It looks like nothing a weapon could have done.
Okay, so something large knocked it over. No magic, no burning, no nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
All right, all right.
Claw marks spaced out.
Well, I'll return to the party and let them know that hey, there's a shed over there. Looks like some destroyed it. Some kind of large creature. Caw. Let's go check out the house.
Okay, I go into the house then when he says that.
Okay. There's no doorway to open. It's more just an opening. The hinges, the door fell off the hinges, which you must assume to be quite some time ago.
Yeah, I'm keeping my halberd at the ready.
Oh, yes. There's something looking back at you. You can't tell what it is, but it appears to be
I
under a
return
bed.
to the air.
Tim, is that you?
The beady eyes just stare back at you, unmoving.
Tim, we don't got time for this, Tim. Come on out.
You hear
One-
rustling. You hear rustling right to the right of your foot. Was that a rat? That was a rat.
Oh shit, it's the cranium rats. They're coming for you, Under.
That was just a regular rat.
It's all right. I have nothing to fear from animals that feast on intelligence.
When Phil is doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and land on the roof and try and take a peek, looking inside, since there's appears to be holes there.
Yeah, there are holes there. You don't need to make a check for this. You see exactly what Phil sees, minus the beady eyes, because they are hiding under the bed. It's a dilapidated straw bed with an elevation. There's something underneath it you can tell, but you can't quite tell what it is from this viewpoint.
Well, I'd find a hole that is big enough for me to get in, and just kind of hold next to it as Phil investigates the bed and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get fed up with waiting for Tim to come out from under the bed, so I'm going to walk over there and just pick the bed up. Just sort of lift it with one arm.
Okay. Well, you're expecting something, so this probably won't surprise you.
No, not really.
Yeah, these beady eyes, it's no human.
It's a gnome.
No,
I'm stabbing it.
that's a dog. It's
Is
a,
it a
what
gnome?
is this? Is this a dogmo? I think it's a dogmo.
God damn,
I'm
Tim, when
stabbing
they
it.
said you were ugly, they weren't fucking kidding. Let's go.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative.
Hold on, I had to get back to my computer.
Well, I mean, if I'm standing,
Wait a second. I got a phone that I can.
I do not go this turn.
I thought I was gonna be last. Do you really have a -2 to your dex?
I
He
don't
dumped a dex.
like dexterity. Yes, I am a paladin. Dex is not something I need.
You know, you say that, but Gilbert's died most of the time due to under-targeting his dex save.
I know this.
Okay.
All right. So, Edwald, you see a nasty-looking thing with what you assume is tendrils on its nose. What the hell is that? It's your turn.
It's a mole.
Tritons have the coolest paladin abilities. I mean, they make the best paladin.
Alrighty. So seeing this creature, I am going to cast upon it. Flaming Sphere.
All right. I believe that needs to make a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yeah, I don't actually know. I just kind of read it off the list. Yeah, it's a dex save.
Okay. It's a 5-foot sphere. I assume you're trying to get Phil outside of that area, correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that with only 5 foot.
That fails.
Okay.
It's 6 fire damage.
So some of its fur gets singed, and it looks real mad now.
How far away am I from it?
About 15 feet away. It's not a very big house.
I'd like to back out, like, onto the other side of the door frame, and then, like, SWAT style back to it.
So you're basically outside the house peeking in?
Effectively, yeah.
Okay. That'll make you about 20 feet. Anything else?
I'll just have my crossbow out and ready.
Alrighty. Dogmole's turn. Dogmole's very upset about the flaming spear. Does it need to make a dexterity saving throw again or at the end of its turn? So I forget how that goes.
I think if it ends its turn within a certain range of it.
Okay, so I think it's definitely going to get out of the way of the mattress that's now very much on fire, and it caught quick. In fact, it took 4 more fire damage from all the strong shit like the debris. It's very mad. It's going to maneuver to the side of Phil, away from that flaming spear, and attack Phil. Does that hit?
Nope.
Nani?
I'm kidding. Yeah, it hits.
I'm like, oh shit, a Warforged.
No Warforged, just Gilbert.
So with its mouth, it bites your leg for 8 points
No!
of person damage.
No, I do not allow that.
Do you have something
Channel Divinity. Rebuke the violent. Yes, I do have something I can do something about that. As a reaction, when a creature within 30 feet attacks and damages another, I can rebuke it. It takes the same damage as it's dealt, but is radiant damage, with a wisdom save for half.
Does that make it?
Okay, well, it only takes half. But!
Alright. So this thing is extra mad, and it's going to try to claw you. Phil.
Damn, I didn't know this thing had multi-attack. Shit!
The claw is extra spooky. Does that hit? I hope it
Nope.
doesn't. Very good. It claws with all its might, but it can't get a good hit with all the armor. Just bludgeons right off.
Phil raises an eyebrow.
It's dead.
And that's the end of Dogmole's turn. Tom.
Is it
Heavy
within
duty gotta go.
30
It's dead.
feet of me? And do I have line of sight?
You have both of those things.
I start punching.
Okay. You can see this thing clearly with a flaming spear. Go ahead and roll to hit. That does not hit. That is a solid hit. Roll damage.
Does that hit?
No. All right, you
And
bonked it right in the nose.
Yep. From 30 feet away with a fire fist.
Oh, neat.
And then I'll go continue sitting on the roof.
All right. I assume that's it.
Yep.
Alrighty, Phil. It's a Dogmole right here trying to attack you. What do?
Get him.
Get him. Solid hit.
And I'm going to make that a trip attack.
Very good.
Oh yeah, show me that salt pink underbelly.
Well, he passed. But he did take... Oh, wait, that didn't... I get to reroll 1s and 2s. Apparently that... Oh, that's why.
Go ahead and re-roll that.
I just did the syntax wrong, that's why. Alright, so that's the reroll. 16 points of slashing damage to it.
All right. Very
How's
good
it
hit.
looking?
It looked like it just got bloodied by that hit.
Action Surge. Doing it again.
Roll to hit.
Whoops.
Unfortunately, no. The thick hide makes that ineffectual.
Stay still, you little muskrat. Whack, 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 whack.
All right. And with that, it's Jimba's turn.
Jinbei! Jinbei! Alright, I'm gonna hit him with my spear. Or my actually it's a big halberd looking thing. Trident looking thing.
Hit it with spur. That will not hit.
Well shit. Alright. I'm see if I got anything I can do. Oh yeah, I can. Think. Let me see if it's the bonus action or not. I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Very good. Anything else?
And I am done.
All right, Edwald, it is your turn again.
All right. So, as a bonus action, I would like to move the sphere into the dog mold. I just gotta make that deck save again.
All right. It's
a
pretty
6
difficult
now.
for her to get it. It's right in melee with the bugbear, but you managed to do.
I mean, I'm able to move it and
Yeah.
and just
You're noticing the house is starting to catch on fire with that straw bed.
how much of the surface area is on fire at the moment?
It looks like it's just barely starting to catch.
All right. And would I know that if I were to, say, create water and have it rain in here, would that extinguish my fire spell?
Probably. This stuff is pretty old though, and not taken care of. It'll catch probably faster than most things. But yeah,
Not the fire that's being created by things touching the ball. I mean, like, if I cast, like, create water, will it end the ball of fire spell I have going?
oh, you could just drop concentration on that.
Not quite what I'm at. Like, if I were to use create water, would that dispel flaming sphere?
I feel like this is a DM call. I'm gonna say this is a magical fire, and it doesn't follow quite the rules of fire, so I would say no.
Oh, physics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Effectively, it's one of the questions along the same lines, like, if you cast fireball underwater, does it not work, or does it just boil the water?
Yeah, I would just roll like a steam attack instead of fire. It'd be probably something else. But yeah,
All right.
still your turn.
Okay, yeah, because it's not really catching all that much fire.
Whatever you
Yeah.
do not cast Cone of Cold underwater. That's bad.
Yeah, but that was its dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah, it passes, so it takes half. And I am going to guiding bolt. Guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit.
Yep.
That is a solid hit. Roll damage.
Kill this thing.
Ten points of damage. Its fur is singed, and it is now glowing, well past bloodied. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that'll be it for me. I'm still hanging out in my door frame.
All right. So this thing is not having a good day. It is very upset. It will continue to attack the thing right in melee with it. Oof.
I think I felt that one.
Yep.
Proceeds to only
It's a good
roll.
thing that wasn't a claw, because if that was a claw, ooh. So that'll be 7 points of person damage. With a mighty bite of all of its might, it then tries to slash at you. But it does not hit. You could swear it's almost whining with that. And that is all the dog bowl can do. Actually, let me roll something. Oh, this thing is gonna try to fuck off. Yeah, it's fucking off. It's
Okay.
getting outside. Gonna provoke
Opportunity
all the
attack.
opportunity attacks. Yep.
All right. Well, I have Sentinel.
Oof, roll the hit. Oh, you just hit him. Right as you nick him right in the foot. Roll damage.
And trip attack.
Oh, Jimba, I think he's prone and can't move, so no more opportunity attacks.
Well,
I
the opportunity
actually
attack for
feel
me
the
would be
melee.
15 feet away. Because I have a 15-foot reach, so he would have triggered everybody else's opportunity attacks first, then mine.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage, Jimbo. That hits. All right. Between the two of you, that nasty spear, and then the trip attack with the halberd, it falls down, and it does not get back up. Life alert will not save this little vermin. You guys are out of initiative. It is dead.
I double tap it to be sure this time.
Yeah. The last thing we fought kept moving.
Yeah, this thing is extra dead. There's no roll needed. It's dead.
Okay. Well, I think there's nothing left to do but loot the cabin.
Yep. The house is starting to catch on fire. You guys can go ahead and do this, but I'm going to need to roll rounds. Since this is a timed thing.
Well, it's
Hey,
only been
Edward,
like
can't you
3
put out the
rounds.
fire? Don't you have something that creates water?
Yeah, since we're on initiative, I'd just like to immediately cast, if it would ever let me see my... Hurry the fuck up, PDF. Create water.
Okay. I
To
believe
create
you
up
can.
to 10 gallons of clean water to, like, cause it to rain in a 30-foot cube inside the house.
Okay. Yeah. That should be able to kill the flames. Still hot, but fine. You're pretty sure this house is not going to last more than a couple more days between the
He's got
diminished,
it.
further diminished wood, but it's fine for now.
He's got it raining inside the house.
I'm gonna look at the bear and go, only I can prevent forest fires.
True dat. But I'm really good at starting them.
All right.
All right. You guys-
I will look around the rafters in the roof, and then that's about it for me.
Rafters of the roof. There's not much there other than spare wood.
Is there a place where I can sit?
Yeah.
Then that I shall.
Very good. You guys wanted to investigate the cabin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some various articles of clothing, more like rags at this point. And it's a cabinet there. Some drawers. I assume you guys going to go through all the stuff?
Yep.
We're gonna look for everything. Where he keeps his
We
porn, where
toss
he
the
keeps his
house.
cash.
Yep, yep.
Search everything.
So,
Wait, do we have anyone
Edwald,
keeping watch?
oh, is anyone keeping watch? That's a good question.
Yeah,
If I can, I mean that's what
You got a view
I'm
outside.
not doing anything.
I would be more concerned about what's inside. Like, I'd be keeping an eye out for more of these mole things.
That's a good point, because you notice multiple burrows here, but it's fine for now, it seems.
I'm a bird in the rafters, and there's holes in the roof, so I can probably see it outside a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Like birds and worms in holes, almost instinctual for you. Should be fine. But in one of these drawers, you notice a few pieces of scrap paper. And Edwald, it strikes to you that the book you had a couple of missing pieces of pages there.
Hmm.
You're the only one that can read Dwarvish, right?
I guess so.
Can anyone else read Dwarvish? I mean,
I speak bird and wind.
I assume you guys take a couple of moments to piece the pages together and see what the full tale encloses.
Of course.
All right. So it turns out, surprise, surprise, this is not a fable. This is the diary
Shock.
of Timothy. And he seems to have gone complete batshit insane in the woods, screaming about something about a heart. The handwriting on these missing pages, severely diminished, very sloppy. And with that, you hear a scream of bloody murder coming from outside the cabin.
From which
All that-
way? Like, relative from where we came in, which way is it coming from?
Opposite of way which you came in from.
Oh, like directly across. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I am gonna get on the roof and get a better look.
I'm going
All
to charge
right.
outside, halberd in hand.
Very good. Two things happening at once. I need a perception check from Tom. And I'm assuming the rest of the party is going to rush outside.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
rush outside, but I would like to swat on the door frame.
Okay.
Can I just use my passive perception, man?
I'm sorry. You catch a glimpse of a shadow, but it could be anything. But you could swear you heard a man scream bloody murder.
All right.
Phil, you're rushing outside, right?
Towards the sound.
Yep. All you could see is brush being moved towards the forestry. Are you gonna pursue that?
Yeah, I run after and say, Tom, is that you?
No, as I say from the
I'm
air.
gonna scream.
I'll
"Help!
follow him.
Help!
I'll follow
Oh,
him.
God!"
I'll also follow.
Wait, what
Okay.
what does the thing say when I yell out?
It says help.
Guys, I smell a trap. This house hasn't been lived in for long. I highly doubt this is Tom.
And with that being said, Edwald, I need you to make
Roll
a
initiative.
perception check because you're expecting something weird.
I'm calling the creature's bluff.
Yeah, I mean, me saying it kind of gave it away. I wanted to leave it up, Oh well. Roll perception,
Well, you
please.
said it.
Edwald.
Oh, sorry, I had a brain fart as to what my name was. My apologies.
You're good.
Let me check that number. Forgetting if I have proficiency.
Are we rolling in this?
Oh, we're fixing to, probably.
I mean, we could run away from the fight. if you
Oh,
want.
yes. While you're running, you notice this totem in the forest, and in the
How
center
far away is it?
is a heart.
Oh,
You
sorry.
just passed it.
Break it, smash it.
How
And
far away is
then-
it?
Oh, you just passed it while you guys were running.
Right, but how far away?
10 feet away.
Would I not have had time to stop and look at it?
You would have time, but something's about to happen. Yeah, you do have time to stop and look at it.
Okay.
Nani?
Do I have time to do a thing as I stop to look?
You have an action.
Do it now.
All right. So.
Get
bear with me for a
him.
second.
Get
Bear
in
with
the
me for a
job
second
off.
while my PDF processes my spell list. I would like I would like to blast it with Scorching Ray.
Roll to hit. Well, actually, that's Under, how would you roll that? It's not a creature. So there, I'm not sure.
Well, if it does it have a movement speed?
No.
So dodging something is going to be rather difficult for it.
All right. Well, roll damage then.
Isn't a
Alright,
part of AC though is like its armor?
I mean,
It's not an
unless
attack
it
though.
has, like,
Magic.
what? Are you thinking?
Oh yeah.
Agatha is
Never mind, never
Scorcher? That's a dex save. Scorching Ray is a
Oh, I have no idea. What
Are you
you're
using
doing.
Scorching Ray or?
I thought you
I'm
used
firing
Sacred Flame. I heard Sacred Flame. My bad.
no Scorching Ray.
Okay. I think that's 3 attack rolls, right?
Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit. That does not break the armor class of this thing. It seems like something protects it. Some unseeable force. Some really weird bullshit. That does hit, though. Roll damage.
How the fuck's it like that nat 20? All right. Do 40.
Okay. So it seems charred. And with this comes a giant thing from the forestry. Edwald, were you... Let's see. Let me do passive perception. Let me make this thing stuff roll.
18.
Okay, so the rest of the party sees this. Swooping in, and it's going to hit Edwald. What's your passive perception, Edwald? You have a chance to not get surprised by this.
It's a 13.
Afraid not. It's going to go ahead and roll to hit.
Are we in initiative now?
After this thing tries to attack, yes. Does that hit the cleric?
It just hits me.
Oof. Okay, oh fuck. It gores you for 25 points of piercing damage with its talon as you try to cleanse this totem, break it, or otherwise make it inoperable.
Ooh.
Roll initiative, please.
Also, I'm down.
Oof. That was a very high roll for me, I'm sorry.
That's all good.
You're down.
Yeah, I have 24 HP. I'm a light cleric. What the fuck were you expecting?
Laser beams, man, laser beams.
I fired off laser beams, but this dude's
Seriously.
got goddamn force fields and shit.
You decided to attack a totem on the ground.
I mean, it reeked of heresy.
Yeah, good instincts.
We should have took a short rest. I could have sent that damage back at the monster.
By the way,
By the way-
you guys still hear bloody murder of a guy screaming for help in the distance.
Can we pinpoint how far it is now that
20
we're
feet away.
outside a little closer?
20 feet away, somewhere in the shadows.
Fairly close.
I mean, if it helps with decision making, Edwald did say that he thinks that sound is full of shit.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
Phil would have
That's true.
stopped and been like, "What?" And then all of a sudden this thing attacks. Like, all right, get him! And he goes after that guy. But regardless, Edwald and King still need your initiative.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I'm gonna need a moment. I'll be right back.
Oh, there,
About a minute.
there's Mr. Smith.
Damn, I had to grab an ibuprofen. I'll be back in just a second.
You know, I think I'm going to take a walk. I'll be back in a second.
I'm gonna sit right here. I'm not gonna be back in a second.
Like, I'm grabbing an ibuprofen, but I'm still here. I'm just muting myself so you don't have to hear me get it.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette now. Back in a minute. I don't know. I don't smoke.
I'm gonna go have a real long bowel movement. Don't wait up, guys.
I'm gonna go and call air support. Yeah, just hold them off.
And then Gilbert rides in on a dragon. That's your air support.
All right, I'm back. Tom, it is your turn.
I think Tom said he was getting a drink or something. He'd be right back.
Ah.
When you left.
Okay.
Yeah, basically you left, and then it was just like me and King for a while there.
I'm back. I use the restroom.
Okay. It is your turn.
Well, with my 60 feet of movement, I'm going to fly towards the trees. Do I see this thing?
Oh yeah, it was right on display. The thing that attacked Edwald.
Yeah. And when I get within 30 feet of it, I'm going to throw out a fire fist and punch.
Okay, roll the hit.
When I say punch him, I'm going to punch him 3 times.
You get into melee with it?
Nope.
Okay, ranged attacks. Very good. That last one hits. Roll damage.
That is radiant damage.
Very good. It does not have resistance to that.
And then the movement remaining of that 60 feet, I'm going to fly as far away as possible.
How far do you get? How much movement speed do you have?
60.
Okay. How high did you get up? 30 feet?
Yeah, about. That's probably where that.
And then you booked it 30 more feet, or?
Well, I got within 30 feet of the bird.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what it was before that.
That would have been only like 10 feet. So you can get up to 50 feet away.
I'll move. Okay, so I'm 30 feet away from the bird currently. I'm gonna move 25 feet away.
Okay.
So there's a total of 55 feet away from the bird.
All right. So then it's Jins, the paladin.
I'm gonna move and engage. Can I move and engage?
So you guys are pretty close together, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a range. I mean, a halberd.
Yeah, if you can get within 5 feet of it, you can get within 5 feet of it. You can attack. That's a solid hit.
Is this a fiend or undead?
No.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't. I'm thinking about King. You kidding me?
All right. Was any of that from a magical source?
Yes, the D8 is a magical source. Because it is a smite. Full points.
I think it should be 2d8 at level 1, right?
A first level smite is 2d8 if it is not undead or a fiend.
Yeah,
If
go
it
ahead and
is
roll
undead
another
or
d8.
Okay,
fiend,
okay,
it's
okay.
3d8.
That's why I asked if it was undead or fiend. Okay.
Okay.
8 points of damage.
All right. That looks like that hurt a lot. The radiant stuff. Not more than normally, but compared to the physical stuff, which seemed a bit more ineffectual. Anything else?
No, that is.
Yeah, I will note it has not been past 10 minutes. Your Shield of Faith is still up.
Oh, good.
Okay, who do we have? Phil, it is your turn.
All right. I run to get 15 feet of him, and I attack. But first, yep, get him. But first, I'm gonna second wind real quick because I'm a little hurt.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. All right, and then I attack. $12 hit him.
Oh, just barely, not enough. Yeah, the thick hide of the beast seems to
Actually,
have
can I make that
repelled
a precision attack? Add a combat superiority to that?
I'll allow it, sure.
All right, total of 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. Eight slashing.
Is that from a magical weapon?
Nope.
All right. It seems to have done damage, but not as much as it normally would.
That's it for me.
Okay. This is the first Periton. I'm not sure what this thing would do. How heavy is Edwald?
Oh, 200 pounds? Not including equipment? Let me check to see what his equipment weight adds up to.
Actually, this thing is a medium beast, so I don't think it'll be quite enough. It's a good thing no one picked a small race, because, man, that would be bad. Anyway.
with weight carried, I'd be 317.
Okay, so the Periton's gonna go up about 30 feet at an
Opportunity
angle.
attack.
I'm afraid this thing has flyby.
Disengage doesn't work against me.
It is not disengaging. Flyby states that it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
All right.
And it's going to come charging at you.
At who?
At the one that attacked and hit.
Which
with
one?
The halberd. Oh, man.
Phil.
Probably the closest one. The one that's a big, burly, spooky.
Okay. Well, that's me. So, yeah. My AC is 16. I'm not that hard to hit.
Oof. That's going to be 20 points of piercing damage with the talons again. The exact same maneuver of Edwald.
Well, what maneuver is that? Because I'm still standing.
Huh. Very good.
I'm hurt.
It's gonna,
I'm still standing.
very good. It's going to try to gore you now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wait, was that damage not already with its gore?
No. This is including the gore. It's an additional 5 points of piercing damage. Trying to
Okay.
break all the shit in your chest. And it's trying to go for your heart.
It's not very effective.
All right.
I begin to saute it.
That's the end of that Periton's turn. Thing number 2. Thing number 2 will continue to scream for help. For the love of God, don't let this thing eat me. And that's it from that thing.
Death save.
As I'm bleeding out, I'd like my bleeding out gargles to sound like bullshit towards the screaming.
It's one pass. Tom.
Well, I'm going to fly within 30 feet of the bird and attack it 3 times.
Very good. Rolls to hit. That's 1 hit.
You know, I have attacked 3 times on every turn so far, and I've only hit 3 times.
That is a nat 1.
It is a ranged magic attack.
Yeah, it is a ranged attack, though. Roll damage for 2, please. Okay, that well past bloodies that one.
Let's say it's the bird.
And Phil, you get hit for 5 points of radiant damage from that loose blow.
Phil is down.
Shit. Yeah, but the Periton looked really rough.
Can I fall on the bird? I'd like to try to trap it beneath my bulk.
Give me an athletics check. Yes. That bird is squished. Let me roll damage, actually.
Okay. There's 534 pounds of weight on top of him.
I'll add another d6. Damn! Okay, so this thing is barely alive, and it's prone, flapping its wings.
Good job, Phil. That's what I planned. Caca.
I'd like my bleed out gargles directed at Tom to once again sound like bullshit.
So I believe that makes it Phil's turn. Death save, please.
Okay.
That's one fail.
Mhm.
All right. So this Periton, it's looking real rough. It's real mad at the bird that keeps on attacking it from range. It's gonna fly up and try to attack you, Tom.
He's something on top of him. He was prone.
Oh, that's true. It needs to make a check to get out of there. That's true.
Also, I'm like somewhere between 30 and 50 feet away. I don't know.
It can fly 60 feet.
That's unfortunate.
But it does have to expend half its movement, even if it does get out of this. This will substitute one of its attacks for a grapple escape. I think that succeeds.
Doesn't beat a 26.
I'm afraid you can't do it again. Like, there's no active resistance on this. Is that fair?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because otherwise it would stay stuck indefinitely. Which would be hilarious.
I mean, I'm not going to argue against it.
Giant 500-pound bugbear fell on top of it. Okay.
So how'd you guys beat this beast? I don't know. We were all unconscious.
I get him. I just smothered it under me accidentally.
Yep.
According to Tom, he single-handedly killed it.
Yeah, but no one cares what Tom thinks.
It's going to expend half its movement to get up and lay Phil aside. And it's such a process that it has to use an entire action to do that. But it's out of prone, and it's on the floor, and it's expended all of its movement. That's it for that Periton. So thing two stops. It's begging and incessant whining, and just listens. Edwald, death save, please.
Alrighty.
I think we should Jin be this turn.
Jin.
I think you did. You did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I want to just smite it anyway. So I mean, that's all I. If I can smite it.
It would be prone at this point, even though it's not prone. Just go ahead and roll the hit with advantage if you're going to do that. You do have 2 bleeding out allies, though. I will note.
Kill
I'm
first,
fine.
Kill second.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage. Oof.
Are you kidding me? All right. The bonus action I'm going to. Can I lay on hands? Is that a bonus action?
Right, not. That's an action.
Alright, yeah.
Man, I wish Lay on Hands was a bonus action.
I know, right?
Paladins are even more badass motherfuckers.
All right. You rolled the death save, Adval. That's 1 success, 1 fail.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna get. Punch him one time from 30 feet away, and then fly away. Actually, is in these trees and whatnot, how thick are they? Could I potentially hide behind some trees and get some cover after punching at one time?
I'll say, yeah, there's some cover. There's concealment, certainly, with these trees.
Not necessarily for hiding, but just putting something in between him and me, where it would be a little difficult or harder to hit me.
You suspect this thing has been that it might not have as much difficulty as you. It's probably familiar with this terrain, but I think it's reasonable to do that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna just throw a punch at it and then fly off into some trees.
Okay. Roll to hit.
All right.
That is a solid hit.
My third 19 tonight, but no fucking 20.
So just as Harrington finally gets out of the big hulking Phil, gets hit right in the head with that that radiant bolt beam of energy. And its head pops, and it slumps to the ground.
I'm gonna run over and check on my friends and try and help.
Don't think you can do anything with a bonus action, can you?
No, I don't have anything else. I don't have potions or proficiency in medicine or any skills that'd be helpful, but I'm gonna watch.
Okay. Jin, it is your turn.
All right. So one of the monsters is dead.
It appears so, and 2 allies are bleeding out.
Well, I'm gonna touch the big bird, the big whatever the thing.
Phil, the bugbear.
Yeah, the bugbear. Phil, I'm putting my hands on him and heal it.
How many points of HP do you give him?
15.
Woohoo!
Okay. So you wake up with 15 HP, prone on the ground, right next to what appears to be a dead Periton.
Success!
Get back in the fight, soldier.
Wait, there's still
anything
shit to kill?
else?
Yes, there is.
Speaking of which, Phil, it is your turn.
Get him.
Who you getting?
I don't know. Where's the enemy?
You tell me. There was a fellow screaming for help, but he stopped screaming for help.
I go that way.
Okay. Oh, let me roll for something. How much feet of movement do you have, actually?
30.
You were prone, so that's 15. You're just short of the bush.
I stab the bush.
Very good. Roll to hit. That's a solid hit. Roll damage. All right. So you hear a scream, no, not a scream, a caw of sorts, and you see wings from that
Oh.
bush.
When you say a caw, is this bird language? Do I understand?
No.
I speak primordial.
Yeah, but it looks like a similar creature from the outline of what like extended out with the wings.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, we're dead.
See, there is a rule that when you DM, you don't purposely set out to kill the party.
I wasn't, and I'm not.
Just saying.
You guys can totally take this, I think.
He thinks.
I mean, there is the totem over there that looks diminished. Anywho, anything else, Phil?
That's it for me.
All right. Who we got? DM1 is unable to answer at the moment. DM2. It's a burb. I think the burb's going to blindly lash out at you.
I'm 15 feet
Kinda-
away.
The burb's going to get out of the bushes. Look around. And I think it's gonna attack you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna charge right on in.
Do it.
And it falls on its ass prone.
Get him!
Well, it's got 20 feet of movement, 60 feet of flight. It used 15 feet of movement to get there, and it fell on its ass, so it cannot get up. It's gonna attack you again anyway. Try to gore you. I don't know how it double nat ones, but it does.
Super prone.
Yeah. So it's basically exposing its belly. Looks like it's trying to play with you. Maybe it's not a hostile.
Yeah, sure.
That's its turn. So, Edwald, death save, please.
Yep.
Okay. That's 2 fails and 1 success. Jin, it is your turn.
No, it was Tom.
Ah,
And Jim.
that's correct.
Shit.
Yeah, Tom, it's your turn.
I will go over to the guy and punch him in melee.
You get into the big burb and punching in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
If
to
the
hit.
sun's prone.
That's a good hit.
Not familiar with Monk. Doesn't. Oh wait, no, wait. Step of the Wind. Nah, I can use that. I'm just gonna take another punch at him.
Go for it.
Hey.
2 hits.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. Well, it felt that one.
And then, where I'm gonna move out of his reach and hide behind Phil.
So you're moving out of its reach and trying to hide behind Phil. I believe it'll try to take an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
I don't believe that hits.
No, it doesn't.
Sentinel, if he made an attack against somebody else within 5 feet of me.
All right. Roll to hit that with advantage.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it ineffectually tries to scrape you with its claws as it gets mauled by a halberd. Full damage.
It's still on the ground trying to get up.
All right. These nickel and dimes are going to be very good. Alrighty. Now I believe it's Jin's turn. Unless you had something else.
Can be. No.
Jin, it is your turn.
You're just gonna refuse to call him Jinbi, are you?
Yeah, because
Yo,
I'm probably
fucking
going to
not.
butcher it. Jinbi. There.
Mister.
It's easy.
Yes, what? Yes.
It is your turn, sir.
Alrighty. Sorry, a guy was getting bloodied up and I was wrestling. So what's going on?
So you got a bleeding out ally, and you got a prone bird that's getting the shit kicked out of him right now.
I'm gonna use my last spell. No, I don't think I have any more spells.
You.
No, I have one left.
Yeah, I was gonna say that math doesn't add up.
I have one left, so I'm gonna use my last spell to cast a Cure Wounds on the buddy that's gurgling out over there.
Yep, that'll be Edwald. Go ahead and roll the healing.
What is it? D8?
Plus spellcasting modifier. All right, Edwald, you wake up with 8 hit points on the ground.
Ha
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm done. I am finito.
So, Phil, there's a prone Periton on the ground.
Most unfortunate for him.
I'm sure. Solid hit. So that well bloodies him. Or her. Kind of hard to tell with these things.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty, it is going to try to get up. And then attack the thing right in front of it. Yeah. That's fail.
Phil doesn't give a crap. Oh, maybe Phil should.
That's going to be the 10 points of a gore attack.
Okay.
And it's going to try again with the talons this time.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Completely ineffectual.
Bird brain.
Indeed. I think that Periton's going to fly off 30 feet at this point into a branch of some sort in the woods. It's going to be still inside of all of you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
the bird
standing
is
behind. Does it go out of my attack of opportunity?
I'm afraid not. It's got flyby. It's looking spooked. It's trying to survey the thing and what the hell happened to its friend. That's it for the bird. So then, that makes it Edwald.
How bad does Phil look?
On a well, let's say if you were using, say, a 34-point scale, he would be about a 5.
Interesting. Okay. I think. I think. Oh wait, how bad does the bird look?
Oh, that bird looks bloody. It looks spooked. But still, able to fight.
Good.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, Shield of Faith, Phil. And then I'm going to, with my action, toss and throw a produced flame.
Okay. That does hit it. Roll damage.
5 fire damage.
All right, it's looking really rough. Anything else?
How far away from? Wait, not 30 feet. If I was able to hit it, I'd like to move and get Phil between that thing and.
What's
Oh,
hiding behind
everyone's
Phil?
getting behind Phil. There's also the paladin. Dear God. Okay.
I'll hide behind the paladin, hiding behind Phil.
Okay. You guys got a conga line.
Wait, is it like Phil's really tall, then Fuckaduck is just a bit shorter, and then I'm a bit shorter than him.
Phil is 7 feet 11 inches tall and weighs 300 pounds before equipment.
Well, Jinbei he's 6'3" and he weighs 225. He's short for a fish man.
I believe it's Tom's turn now, right?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. I'm gonna get within 30 feet of the bird and fire a fist at him.
Fire a fist.
Yeah.
Good hit. All damage.
Oh, finally. That is radiant 8 damage. And then I'm going to fly back into the line where, since I'm the shortest, I'll go in the back.
All right. It's dangling off that branch. You're not sure if it's still conscious yet or not, but it's still up somehow. Yeah, it looks real roughed up. Anything else? That's it?
Oh, yeah, that's it. So, hiding behind. Wait, I can actually take a bonus dodge action. I can do that.
All right. Jinbeat, your move.
All right, let's bust it up.
It's 30 feet top of a tree in a branch.
Okay, I can't get up there then. Wait! I can do.
What you gonna do?
I am going to cast Gust of Wind at the thing.
Could you please explain to me what Gust of Wind does?
Oh wait, I can't. Oh wait, that's a. No, I don't have any. No, it's a natural ability. I'm not sure it's a Triton ability. It's like.
Gust of wind. 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, of strong wind blasts in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must make a straight saving throw. Okay.
I'm gonna blow it out of the tree!
You might be able to. Alright, so you gust of wind as an action. It doesn't do anything at the moment, but it looks like it's about to fall real far, real fast.
Fall, damn you!
Alright. So, Phil, it is your turn.
Okay. So it's 30 feet up a tree.
Yes.
I'm going to throw a hand axe at it.
Alright. I believe that is
Alright.
actually right at the maximum range.
Max is 60. The disadvantage range is 20.
Oh. Well, then go ahead and roll the hit with the disadvantage.
I'm going to use a precision strike.
Very good.
$19 to hit then.
Solid hit. Roll damage. Okay. All right. So you chuck that thing, and it lands right in its mouth. It looks like it's trying to get it out with its talons and sort. And then the wind comes rushing in. It loses balance, and it cascades to the floor, snapping its neck. It is there, like a wet rag, motionless. You guys are out of initiative.
That's
Double
how
Double
you
tap,
kill
and I'm
something.
getting my hand axe back.
Double tap.
That's how you kill something right there. You blow it out.
And then everybody
work.
double taps.
All right. Now you guys are out of initiative and have a chance to get your bearing. You do notice it is
I
more
knock the
dark
totem over.
than usual.
Yeah, we desecrate the shit out of that totem
How do you desecrate the totem?
with fire.
I use my
Fits.
halberd like a golf club. And I
15
send
feet
bits
away,
of it
right?
going. 15
15
feet away,
right?
Yep.
Very good. So, there's no way for you to fail this, because eventually there's no defenses on this. The totem breaks eventually. And right in the direction where the totem is, comes a lightning bolt. Right there where the totem is. And fortunately, I think that halberd isn't completely metal.
Nope, wooden haft, steel head.
Yes. So nothing happens to you. Gives you a scare, though. And that thing is destroyed.
Tom
All
falls
that is
out of a
left.
nearby tree.
All that is left is a blackened heart. And those peritons that you thought you killed that should have been, by all case, dead, because you did double tap it. They motion to move for a couple moments, and then they turn to ash.
I'd like to double tap the heart by throwing fire on it.
I would like to throw Fire Fist of radiant damage.
I sit down because Phil could use a juice box about now.
Yeah, you guys have earned it.
I give him a 1d8 juice box.
Oh, don't you have your wisdom modifier to that?
I do?
Yeah, cure wounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case you get 8.
Well, are you? Yeah, you're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I pretty much haven't had an opportunity to read over my spell list due to when it finished
No
generating.
worries. No worries. I'm still bloodied. I still want a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short rest.
The forest is unnaturally quiet.
Let's go back to the cabin.
I light the cabin
Yeah.
on fire.
You know, how much distance is there between the woods and the cabin?
A clear enough distance for there's no like concern for an actual brush fire to start going on, and there's going to be no possibility of a forest fire.
You
It's pretty
say
far.
that like you know what I'm about to do.
Yes, I do.
I cleanse the blasphemous forest with holy fire.
Oh, wait, you're gonna light the entire forest on fire, or just the house? What are you doing?
What the forest?
Oh shit!
Specifically like out.
He's
out
attacking the
depths of-
darkness.
Basically, as we're walking back, I'm just kind of like, snap towards one tree, throw a little bolt of fire, snap at the next one, light that one on fire.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well, there's nothing protecting the forest now, so yeah, the entire forest slowly goes ablaze.
Purge it in holy fire.
Oh,
Tom is just watching on as all the places he was going to sit just suddenly burn.
I play one kind of religious person, and it's a fanatic.
Then why didn't you become a forge cleric? You could have took Scarred as your background, made him burned all up, and he could have been the guy off of what was that show?
Because light cleric gets me a bunch of fiery spells.
Nobody ever
And-
seen that Stephen King, the last, what was the name? The Stand, I think is the name of it. It was like a week long thing.
no idea.
Have you ever seen that?
But I'm assuming you're short resting while all this is happening, right?
Oh well, yeah.
I'm just in there watching the show.
Uh-huh. You can go ahead and roll as many hit die as you wish. The short rest goes without incident.
Cool.
Give me a second while I get all my hit dice calculated. Yup. I am one healthy boy.
I'm good.
I didn't get hit.
Just because it's been a while, death saving throws reset when I'm no longer dying, right?
That is correct.
Okay. It's been a while.
Okay, so where are you guys out? I'm assuming they're like in the patch where there's no forestry, where that cabin is, around that area.
You mean the part that's not on fire? Yeah, that's where I'm
Yes.
sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's feeling really cozy tonight. It's
Damn
normally
right.
pretty cold. But all that fire and shit, yeah. You're certain there's going to be no animals to bother you for this night.
Yeah, we should probably wait until the next day before we decide to travel anywhere since the forest is on fucking fire. Caca.
I mean, we got our horses, we got our cabin. We're all good.
Oh. Who's proficient in all three again? Because there's an entire forest on fire. That is pretty spooky.
I'm proficient in all
well,
three.
I'll try and help him calm down the birds. I mean, the horse. I'm the bird.
All right, please give me an animal handling check, Phil, because the horses are starting to get spooked
Can
by the
can I-
fires everywhere.
Can I help him for that sweet advantage and also guidance his ass?
You can guidance him. Tom is already helping him. The DC
Oh,
will be
okay.
lowered since he's already. So
I'll guidance him.
So no advantage?
no advantage and guidance.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no problem. The horses are spooked, but they realize there's nowhere to run because everywhere around them is fire, and they think best to stay put.
They realize there is no hope. There is only holy fire.
Phil explains how fucked they are, and they're just like, oh, fuck.
All he has to do is look at them. All he has to do is look at them, and the horse is just kind of like sheepishly like, okay.
You know, I'm starting to think Edwald might be neutral evil.
All right. So
evil, you say?
I'm joking.
it's feeling to the point where now would be a good time to camp. Probably sit down, take a rest.
Yeah, I think we should take a long rest. It's going to take a while for the forest to burn.
Phil cuts
do we-
a fire break.
For rations, do we have some chocolate, some graham crackers, and some marshmallows?
Did you bring some?
Can I
I
say
have
those?
74
those are my
pounds of
rations?
bear meat.
It might as well be chocolate and s'mores and all. You
I
guys
mean,
gonna eat
but
real
don't
hearty.
you want? Yeah, don't you want bear ass and s'mores? Cooking using the entire forest as our campfire.
Edwald, that name reminds me of Oswald. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay. Not sure why, but okay.
Oh yeah,
God-
you have everything you wanted. You even have hot cocoa.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why?
Why not? Why not?
No, I mean why? Like, why do I now get the nat 20? Fuck you, dice bots.
Because you don't need it?
Yeah, dice bots. Only giving me nat 20s on things where nat 20s don't matter, and on things that it under's not running.
Oof.
Fucking dice bots. Oh well,
Okay.
good time.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a bit short. I'll let you guys know long rest was an absolute success. There's no way in hell any animals coming close to all that shit that just happened. Bad juju. So it becomes morning, and it's starting to lightly snow a bit.
Oh, that's good.
Is the forest still burning?
It's smoldering at this point, but it's no longer on fire.
Out of curiosity, how big of a forest did I just burn down?
Not a very large forest. It seemed to be cloistered by the mountains. It'll be a self-contained fire pretty well. The mountains will see to that.
Yeah. If it's closer and it's wet, we'll be fine.
It'd be tragic if this was like a valley that led to California.
Right? Oh, that's fucked up.
Alright, I gotta get up. Go evacuate again.
All right. The horses are enthusiastic and ready to get the fuck out of here.
What was our original goal, guys?
You had to find something or save something.
We need to find someone named Timmy and
Get him out of a well?
Timmy was in the well. Laxie told us.
Oh
yeah.
Timmy's dead. We found him.
Yeah, we found Timmy's
Go back down.
journal and a piece of his hand, didn't we?
And his body.
Oh, we found
He's
his
dead.
body? Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, we never saved poor Timmy, okay. But we did find his journal we can give to the people to show him we like. Did we take his head to prove
Yeah,
we found him?
yeah, we can bring his remains and his journal back.
Yeah, let's not bring the body.
Why not?
Why?
It's not really human anymore. We'll just say he went insane and he died.
No,
Here's his
they
journal.
need their body to make the burial.
I mean,
Hey,
the birds
I am the
don't have
paladin.
bodies.
I am
They've
not
been
fixing
birds.
to let this body stay here.
Alright,
He is going to
listen,
get a
Jimmy.
proper funeral.
Jimmy.
There's going to be much drinking and much partying, so they need a body for this.
Yeah,
Trust me, it's going to be a great party. Funerals are the best parties, but we need a body first.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
might want to make
yeah,
it a closed casket funeral, though.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
It's not human anymore. The body we found was a different creature.
I will note that those two things, one of which you suspect is probably Timothy, both turned into ash.
Oh,
That's
well,
true.
shit.
I
Then that's
purged
kind
them
of
in holy
pointless
fire,
then.
guys.
But there is some remains of the totem left, and there is that blackened heart still there.
I purged that in holy fire too.
All right. So you completely destroy the unholy paraphernalia.
I mean, yeah, like I was holy firing everything. Double tap, triple tap, holy fire.
Yeah, there's no body, Jimby. Let's just head back to town and let everyone know.
Oh, well, fine. We have
All
to have
that is,
some kind of proof.
Edwald,
Sure.
you destroy everything with all of your might, but this skull will seem it can't be destroyed. There's
I
just a
wanna
skull
actually-
left.
No, it's cursed, Jimby.
So?
Why do you want it?
Because it's cool!
Hold on. Let's
You're
put the skull down
desecrating
for a
some
minute.
guy's body that is a cursed, desecrated item, and you want to keep it, and you call yourself a paladin?
Wait. It's a bone that can't be destroyed?
Yeah, it is a skull that seems against all Edwald's effort, seems to be unable
Purging.
to be destroyed. It's scorched.
Edwald,
black.
quick, throw it in the pot. Throw it in the iron pot.
Yeah, see? Now, we'll make a stew out of it. It'll be endless
Yeah.
stew.
Exactly. You throw it in there, it goes clink, 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 put some water, start boiling it. Aha! It's now a magical pot of infinite stew.
That is not how stews work. It's not going to
Wait.
taste good. It's just
Well, it's more
gonna
like
be
infinite
plain.
broth at this point. But
What
yeah.
kind of
Not even
skull?
It is just going to be hot water with a skull in it eventually. There's not
Humanoid.
going to be broth from it.
Okay.
It's a humanoid skull.
Give me a second while I check if clerics have detect magic.
Caca.
I believe they do.
I'd like to ritual cast that.
Okay. You have no trouble ritual casting a detect magic. It is very much magical.
Good job, Aldwold. You figured out the
does it have a
unbreakable skull.
It seems like it used to be far more potent than magic. Most of it has subsided. From what you could tell, it seemed to be a mixture of abjuration and delusion.
All right. In that case, I would like to perform ceremony for holy water. Take the skull, place it in the pot, and then pour the holy water inside it.
Okay. What are you doing as you do this? Do you just do it? Do you say any prayers?
Of course, I'm giving a prayer to the eternal flame. Praise be the holy fire.
Eternal.
Huh. Do you still have detect magic running?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the magic subsides completely from it. Whatever forces used to be no longer seem to be in it.
Excellent. I'm now going to boil the holy water.
Okay. Oh, you got a holy water broth? Question mark.
It's part of the fire thing.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. The skull has been cleansed of its heretical taint.
See, that's how you paladin, Jimby.
You know, out of character, I feel really dumb for never thinking to try that before, like on Saturday. It's almost like there's ways I can fix problems that aren't stabbing under stuff.
Yeah, but stabbing them gives you XP, though. The dilemma.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we get XP for circumnavigating problems, be it by stabbing them or by getting around them.
That's true. But they're not as what do you call it? Not visceral, but like a tangible as killing something.
It doesn't have the same feel of success that crushing your enemies beneath your boot heels does.
Yes. But yes, you have purified this heretical bullshit. This skull. And
We
made
may
it into
now
broth.
bring the skull back to town for a proper burial. Fucking
Okay.
Does it look like a human skull, or is it like pretty obvious that it's not a human skull?
It's a human skull.
All right. I just don't want to give it to their family and it's some creature's skull and say, "Hey, this is
We
caca."
found Timmy. This is a mind flayer's skull.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where you guys spend a couple more days getting back. You guys have no problems on the way back. And you
Oh,
guys make your up.
As we leave the cabin, I'd like to light the cabin on fire to cleanse it of its unholy taint.
Oh, yes, naturally. It is purged.
Excellent.
I think you hear some screaming of another mole rat.
Meh.
Okay, so eventually you guys make it on the outskirts of the village. Do you guys want to do anything before reporting back?
What?
Nah.
Fly in.
I would like to purge the village in holy fire.
No.
I'm just kidding.
And well, we've talked about this. Pillage, then burn. Pillage. Right. We need to get the money out first. Then you can burn it all. I don't care.
I mean, most of the money is going to survive if we just burn it.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to
gonna get
find. Pillage, then burn. Pillage, then burn.
Yeah, it is true. That is true.
All right, so you are led to the tent of the village elder, who is Joss, excuse me. And he says, well, what happened?
Well, it was a very violent and dangerous and exciting adventure. Timmy died. This is all that remains.
We were accosted by two foul demonic avian who were protecting a foul shrine. We were forced to burn the lands in holy fire to consecrate.
Well, what of Timothy? I sent a fellow around there earlier to find out what happened to Timothy. They haven't reported back. That's the reason why I sent you guys. What happened to Timothy? The barbarians...
Timothy sleeps among the angels now. Just say a prayer for him.
Huh?
Basically, they're all dead. They're all dead.
And Joss will be looking at Brutus, which is the right hand man, whisper something like, "The fuck was this about barbarians? And now this stuff about unholy shit." He's kind of shrug. I don't know. The village elder is going to be like looking really confused. Like, do you have any anything tangible?
Here's a notebook. Here's a skull.
Oh. So he takes the notebook and he flips through it. It's like, yeah, this is Timothy's handwriting.
Can he read Dwarvish?
Yes, he can. So he's like, go ahead and have a seat. Brutus, gold, please. Brutus will go ahead and produce some coin. Kind of looks back at Joss, like how much. He just makes a notion like 200. So to each of you, 200 gold is given.
Thank you.
And he's going to continue looking at the notebook. It's like, God damn it. Ugh. Yeah, we got more problems now. Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. So that bastard actually, I can't understand this completely. I'm going to need to get the shamans, but, there's some necromancy and some other foul bullshit going on with some hags further along the mountains. And Timothy had a hand in that, apparently, and got a bad end of the deal.
So you want us to go kill it?
Oh, we can talk about this another day. I need to confer with the others. You've done great. I would appreciate discretion on this. And he'll go ahead and like get from his own coffers.
And I'd appreciate some cash on this.
Yeah. You already got. He'll produce 50 more gold for each of you. Wait, you guys lit the forest on fire over there?
We were forced to cleanse it of its dark taint.
And
The forest was corrupted.
those 2 items alone that you just handed to me are what remains, right?
Yes.
We're gonna have to study this. That skull. Alrighty. Well, you guys have done good. I may need you later. You've proven yourselves very capable. Thank you. You've done us a great service.
As long as the gold's good, just let us know what you need.
Absolutely. And with that, I think the campaign will, the one shot will end.
All right.
Will there be a